Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace and this is episode 19 of the Stitchberry podcast. This is where I share all about my knit and crochet projects, makes. I also design free crochet patterns at stitchberryblog.com, and so I like to share a ton of sneak peeks and designs that I'm working on here in the podcast. So if you like to stay updated on upcoming designs, this is a really good place to be. And I have a ton of finished objects, but also a lot of small projects, so I'm very excited to get into that today. It is a beautiful sunny day outside. Oh my goodness, I came in here to film and I had to just like rotate the entire frame over here so I wasn't like sitting in the bright sun, but I still wanted my shelf to be in the background just because it makes me so happy. And yeah, I like to see all my yarn and projects over here. Yeah, I still wanted that to be in the frame, but you still really can't see it because of the sun anyways, but that's okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. I think we should just dive right in with finished projects. If you have been following me on Instagram, or if you've seen my last several videos here on the channel, then you will know that I've been working on a book sleeve pattern collection. And actually, around the time that this podcast gets released, I think it will be the same week that the first book sleeve pattern will get released. So let me show you all three of them. So this first one is the first one that I designed for the collection. It was the easiest one for me to design. It was pretty, like, I knew what I wanted it to look like and be. Oh goodness, we can't see it that well. I'll have to hold it back here. But it is just a super simple book sleeve with these adorable little ties at the end that will look like a little bow when you tie it, just like this, and then you can put your book in there and then tie it back up. So it is super cute. The thing with all of these patterns is they're super easy to adapt to any book size, and that's kind of how I'm writing the patterns. They don't have a specific stitch count and row count because every book is different. Every book is, you know, some books are thinner than others, some are thicker, some are just larger than others, and so it didn't really make sense to write specific stitch counts and patterns. Instead, it is extremely detailed instructions with photos that really just show you how to adapt these to fit any book size. And the great thing about that too is then you can also use any yarn that you have. These are so great for using up any yarn in your stash. I've used from a DK weight all the way to a bulky weight. So if you have about 70 to 100 grams ish in your stash of some yarn, then you should be able to make a good size book cover. So this is the first one. And then the second one, which I'm pretty sure I showed this one last time, but I have since finished a second sample of this one. So here is the envelope style book sleeve with a scalloped, I'm so sorry about the lighting, just bear with me, with the scalloped border. So this one I had finished in the last episode, and I've since finished this one. I know I started it, I'm pretty sure, in the last podcast, or maybe I was going to, I forget, but I have also finished this one, and it has this really cute cork button that I actually got from Walmart, so that's pretty great for just a few dollars. And so I love this style of book sleeve. It's like an envelope and you can just open it like this and the book comes out. So love this one. I think this is the first one that I'm going to release, and again, this pattern should be coming out around the same time this episode comes out. I think the episode will be coming out a few days before this pattern is released. So there's the second one. And then the third one, oh my gosh, I went through so much trying to get the right design for this third book sleeve. So I wanted all of the patterns in the collection to be relatively simple and minimal, but having these really fun, cute, feminine, girly touches to them. So like with the scalloped, with the bows and stuff. And so obviously I wanted to continue that with the third design, but I just could not get anything that I loved. Like everything that I designed with it, it was not turning out. I really love the idea of making ruffles for it, just because I feel like ruffles are fun. I love ruffles and I think it'd be really cute and pretty. So I actually don't know where my first samples are, but this is basically what it looked like. I have to get used to that. So I just like crocheted up and then did the ruffle on the top. And I did multiple polls on Instagram, and so many people were saying that it needed something, and so I ended up switching the texture to this one. The first one that I made, I used the like granite linen moss stitch, and this is a different stitch that I used for this one, which everyone liked this texture better. And it still needed something, and a lot of people said that they wanted some sort of closure for it. Sorry, I'm picking off all the hairs that I'm seeing. So I was trying to figure out a way to do a closure that wouldn't like come up over the ruffle. Like if I did a button here with like a button like loop that would go over, like that would just like cut through the ruffle. And I didn't want that. So out of the blue one day, I came up with this idea. I might have actually been laying in bed trying to fall asleep. I came up with the idea of making a little bow tie closure. So how it works is you actually create on the front of the book sleeve this loop, and you crochet this string and you thread it through. I'm so sorry. Let's do this. Is that better? There we go. You thread it through the back of the book sleeve like this, and then you can slide your book in, and then you just put both of the strings through that I don't know, gap that you made on the front like this. So then it creates a closure for the book, and then you can just tie it and you have a really cute book sleeve. I think that this is perfect. I don't think it's too much with the bow and the ruffle. I like that it doesn't interrupt the ruffle. It's just right there underneath. I think it's so cute, so pretty. I think this would also be really fun in a contrasting color, like if you did pink. I think that that would be really fun. I just wanted to make it in an all solid color because the other two, they were also solid colors, so I wanted them to be very cohesive and all one color. But you could easily make this a different color, and I actually think that it would look even better with like a contrasting color for the bow tie. Here are my first two finished projects. Oh my gosh, for the episode. Moving on to another finished project. It's mostly done. I just have to weave in the ends. So I finished finally my socks that I've been working on way too long. I think I started these in like December or early January. I don't remember. I think it was actually probably sometime in December. I was just working on other projects, so I didn't get the time to work on them. But this is with Paintbox Yarns Bulky. Don't know the color. Just a very simple basic sock. I was using up yarn in my stash for this pattern, as well as I wanted some more bulkier socks that were kind of like this mid-length, not like super long where it would come all the way up to the calf, but it would cover my ankles and everything. So I just did cuff down. I did an afterthought heel. I always do 2x2 for the ribbing. I just think that that looks better. So yeah, I did finish both socks, I just have to weave in the ends, which I really should just like do that today and get it done, and so then they are officially done. So yeah, I'm just really excited to have these done finally, because they were sitting around for way too long. So moving in to works in progress, I have just a couple to show you. So if you remember last time, I'm working on like a very springy, summery bandana scarf pattern that uses less than 1 skein of fingering weight yarn. So it's perfect for a special skein of hand-dyed yarn, or just like a partial skein of fingering weight yarn that you have left in your stash. This is a great project for that. So this one was finished last time, and I started working on another sample, and in this pretty just cream white. This is from Sorella Yarns Spring Tonals. I'm not sure the color, but it was like the cream white color in the tonal, and it is on their bamboo sock base, which I think they just have in the spring, maybe summer too, so keep that in mind. But I am making really good progress on this. I started this just, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and I got this far, which again, this pattern works up so quickly and it is so fun to make. On this second sample, I wanted to make a modification with this like eyelet detail that comes right down the middle at the point. So I did that just to make it a little bit more noticeable. I feel like you can see it in this one. Maybe it's also the color, you can't see it, but it's also like not there like it is on this one, and especially when I block this, you'll be able to see that even more. So that was a change that I wanted to make, as well as I also want to do a border on this one as well. So I'm very excited about that. This will be a pattern that will be coming sometime this spring. Not much else to say about it. I always mean to say this at the beginning of every episode. Everything that I mention will be linked down below, as well as like to my social media and email list. So if you want to know when this pattern comes out, which again, it will be for several more months, be sure to follow me on Instagram or my email list to hear about this pattern. So this was really the only project that I had going for several days, especially since I just like forced myself to sit down last week and finish up the socks. So I knew I needed another project to work on, because I just didn't want to have this. I wanted to have something else going on, especially since I finally finished up the book sleeves. I just wanted a new fresh project. So I started a pair of socks, and these are for my mom. So if you are watching, look away. I don't think she watches, but just in case you do, please don't look, because I really want these to be a surprise for you. So I'm making my mom some socks for Mother's Day, and yes, it is February, and yes, Mother's Day is in May, but I just wanted to get these knit and done and out of the way, and I didn't have to worry about them and rushing them. So that is why we started them when we did. And I'm using a hand-dyed yarn that I got at a local yarn store. So pretty. It's like the base is like a really dusty mauve, and it has these gorgeous speckles. I don't know if it'll come up in the light, of like deep blue and pink and even a little bit of yellow. It's really, really pretty. So I started these yesterday, and I am, oh, we are all tangled up. Hello. Okay. I don't think that helped. I don't think it did, but I started these yesterday, and I am this far. I just got to the leg. I'm like 3 rounds into the leg, so this is how much I got done. It will hopefully go by a lot faster now that I am through the cuff and I can just knit on the leg. This will be a really great, just mindless project, an easy project to have. Now that I think about it, I feel like I need to have another project going too, because both of these are fingering weight yarn, and I think it's nice to have just like different projects of different weights and things. So then, yeah, because I love working with fingering weight yarn, it hurts my hands more than the other weights do. So there is that. But yeah, so far so good. I love how it is looking. I love how the yarn is working up. I think it is so pretty, and I'm so excited to see how these turn out. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun working on these socks. And the light, I feel like, changed even more, so we'll see if that's better. Bad timing, Grace, to record. But anyways, that is all of the projects I have to show for today's episode. I do have something really exciting to show that I am so excited about. I've been working on this for literally so long, and I'm so excited that it is finally out and in the world. So for a really long time, I've been wanting to design some crochet related products to share with you all, and that really just fit into my personal style and my style as a crocheter. So I designed 2 products that are available in my Etsy shop now, and I will have that linked down below. But I knew I wanted to create something granny square related, just because I feel like that's so iconic to crochet. So I made this set of 3 stickers. These come in a pack, so you get 1 of each color. So you have like I call these like the yellow one because the yellow is on the outside, and then the green, and the pink. So all 3 of these come together. They're so cute and so tiny. I love them so much. They are great for water bottles, laptops, anywhere else you like to put stickers. I even will put a little bit of like that blue like putty type stuff, is that the right word? That like sticky stuff, and I will even put them on my wall. Like I have a couple of stickers on my wall over here where I just like have different like artwork and quotes and things. I like to like stick those in there. So there's the stickers. So then I also designed, I'm so excited about this, a notepad. It's matching, so it's like the exact same granny squares. So you have like the green, pink, yellow granny squares like this. There we go. So now you can see it's a really good size. It's 5 by 7 inches, 50 pages per notepad. You have cardboard backing. I'm such a notepad girly. I love my planner, but I also love just using notepads and making lists. I use them all the time, so this was a product that just made sense for me personally to have, but then also to share with you all. So I love how it is just like blank here in the middle, so you have a lot of space to write down whatever you like. Again, I like using mine for lists or just random ideas that I have. So I will have these linked down below. They are available separately, but you can also purchase a bundle where you get the stickers and the notepad together, and you save several dollars by purchasing the bundle. Thank you so much to everyone who has shown their support and love for the products. This is my first time ever selling like physical products. It was really nerve-wracking, but yeah, I love it, and I really hope to do more in the future, just because I love being able to offer something tangible, just because everything that I create is online and digital. So it's really fun to have a product like that. I think that is all that I have for you today. Please let me know what you are working on down below. I would love to hear it. Again, everything that I talked about will be linked down in the description box, and I hope you all have a lovely and cozy day.